Alright. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're continuing with the AC6 multiplayer grind. Flying more planes. Hopefully getting more achievements. I pray. I think we could get at least one today. Like, for sure. I feel like we should be able to get one. And that might not sound like much, but there's only, I want to say 12? Are there 12 achievements for this multiplayer? That sounds right. I think that is right. Anyway, hold on. The Xbox is booting. She's almost ready. She's ready. There we go. Ooh. The sun came out after I set up again. Okay. We will just do this again. Better. I was not prepared for that much sun. Hello, Yuriko, Fuson, Arson, Sentai. Hello. We go again. Let me get my spreadsheet open. The spreadsheet still is not perfectly accurate. However. Oh no.
I am gone.
Oh wait.
I am unable to think.
Sorry, I'm double checking.
I am empty.
Damn. I may have done the math wrong on that spreadsheet. Thought it seemed a bit off. Definitely, it always seemed like the number was a bit off. Now it seems more accurate. We're 11.59% through the multiplayer grind. I maybe had messed up before. You're down. I had totaled up the wrong number in my head. Here. Before I forget. There. Hell nah. Who's ready for more plane? I'm so ready for more plane. We're going to be here another year. We're going to be here until Ace Combat 8 comes out. It's true. It's true. We're going to be here all the way up until Wings of Thieves, most likely. The AC6 multiplayer never ends. Never, ever ends. Ever. Ever. It's great. You like Godzilla? I don't even think I've seen the original Godzilla, like the Western release of it from way back, like the 2000s, I think it was, that it finally came to the West. But that's the only one I've seen. I haven't seen any other Godzilla movies aside from that one. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna do it. My game is still in the post. Hey. Once it's here, though, it's gonna be great. It needs more planes until there's too much planes, which is never. Is it never? The AC6 multiplayer is testing that theory. It's testing that theory. The American-made one? No. Hold on. No, it's the old-ass one. But it never got, like, released over here until, like, the 2000s, I believe. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. To coincide with the film's 50th anniversary, they gave it a traveling tour style release coast to coast across the United States between May and December of 2004. And then that went to DVDs. Like, that original movie just with subtitles went to DVD after. I thought it was the 2000s. No, the original, the one from 1954 is the one that I've seen with English subtitles. The poster, the theatrical release poster for this movie is crazy. I feel like this is my first time seeing it. And watch them in release order. I mean, I wasn't really planning on it. I saw it like more than 10 years ago at this point. That's the one that I saw because that's the one that my cousin had. He was like, bro, you ever seen Godzilla? It's like, no, I have not. I have not seen Godzilla. We watched it. Game is deserted today, it seems. Once again. No friends online. 0 friends. Although, I don't have Valentine added, but I don't think Valentine is here. Lots of the movies are overrated. Why? You don't like a Godzilla versus King Kong? Come on. The only thing I really know about that one was that they did like a crossover event with Call of Duty Warzone for the release of the Godzilla versus Kong movie. And literally, like, all that they did for it was they just put Godzilla and King Kong in the Warzone map. And the two of them fought, like, while the match played out like normal. Just as the match went on, Godzilla and King Kong were beating the shit out of each other, like, throughout the map. And they were a hazard, too. Like, the laser could just hit you with a stray shot. You know, if one of them got, like, thrown down, that could kill you. It was ridiculous. It was wild. Speaking of Call of Duty Warzone crossovers, there's a Fallout crossover happening right now that's kind of ridiculous in Warzone. You can, like, get power armor and use it in Call of Duty Warzone right now. It's called the Atomic Breath. No, that's a fucking mouth laser. Must I fly the plane? No one else is flying the plane. There's no one else to fly planes. I mean, you don't need to, but there's no one else. It's a shame this game isn't more easily available, and that it has such an extensive multiplayer offering. Deadly combo. Get in the plane, Shinji. Siege battle achievement should be so close. Should be so close. The first of them, that is. The first of them. Battle Royale. Yeah. I'm kind of exhausted. Hey, that's fine. Anything goes. Progress is progress. My gaming PC has arrived. As long as I can buy it for a reasonable sum. I don't know what it's going for right now. Hold on. You got me curious now. After Siege Battle, what's left? More Siege Battle. And more Battle Royale and more Team Battle. Just a whole lot more. What is Ace Combat Assault Horizon going for right now? G2A has it for 37. Could be cheaper. You guys said CD keys got rebranded. Oh yeah, loaded. Here we go. They don't even have any keys. What other... Lightning mentioned one recently that
I'm not gonna say anything because it's gonna get fucking clipped, bitch.
he really liked, but apparently it's a newer one, and I had never heard of it before. We're not finishing this before Thieve? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Check again when it's closer. G2A? No, it was a newer one. G2A, I already looked. Going for around $35. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it is like... Because it got delisted, it, what's it? It only ever is going to go up in value. So it doesn't surprise me that it's up to like 35 now. The supply of keys that is out there is limited, right? So like the value only increases as time goes on. Yeah. Even bad games can be preserved, or should be preserved. I can still buy Borderlands, for Christ's sake. First of all, get banned. Second of all, they most likely pulled Ace Combat Assault Horizon and Ace Combat 6, because Ace Combat 6 isn't available digitally anymore either. Both because of licensing for the planes. Because, yeah, those licenses are really expensive to renew. Like, Ace Combat 7 at some point will probably also get delisted. Just at a certain point, especially for something so niche, it doesn't make sense for them to continually renew the licenses if they just won't be able to make that money back, you know? Military licenses are picky, very picky. Especially for a game like Ace Combat, where you're acquiring licenses from so many different militaries for each game. It's got to be so finicky. Like how GTA has to update its older games because of the music. Yeah. Like at a certain point, granted GTA is a lot bigger, but still at a certain point with any business, you just have to be like, yeah. We just can't continue to renew these licenses. U.S. military really needs that money. Well, it's not even the U.S. military, because the companies that make the jets are actually private companies. Like, what's it? Why can I not think of the name? The big one. Jesus Christ. Not Boeing, Lockheed Martin. I couldn't think of it. Thank God. I had to fucking Google the F-22 to be like, who is it? Lockheed. Like, that's a private company that they actually have to pay for the licenses. Because even the US military purchases weapons from private companies. They don't produce their own weapons. Yeah, like Eurofighter, you have to get the Typhoon license from. There's just... There are all sorts of private companies you have to get these licenses from. Militech? Not yet. Give it a little bit. Forget Xbox save states on the game close. Yeah. It's always been finicky with this game for me because I have to restart it to actually be able to play online. I don't know why, but like if I don't fully quit this game when I'm done, then the next time I open it, like it opens right into the menu, but it just refuses to go online. I have to like full close it and then reopen it to get online. Russia doesn't seem to care. I'm sure it's the same thing with them. Granted, I don't know who the fuck makes their planes, but I'm assuming they have largely the same thing. We have someone. We have a lobby. Oh god. Okay. Don't mind me in my little...
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Made by UAC, but that's state-owned. Okay. That doesn't surprise me. I guess that makes sense for Russia.
Exactly what we plan to do. All planes
That they would be state-owned. That adds up. That kind of tracks, actually. Siege battle. We're Billy Mitchelling it today. At least until Valentine gets here. If Valentine gets here and decides to stop me. I can't be bothered playing. That's fine. If we Billy Mitchell it a little bit, I don't think people will care too much. At least Siege Battle isn't just an empty map without the PvP. I got shot down by the fucking defenses. You think they could make a wholly original game to avoid licenses? They could. Like, if they wanted to just... Or, like, they could do the Call of Duty thing, which isn't just a Call of Duty thing. Like, everyone does it nowadays in the AAA space. But they could put in jets that are, like, very clearly real, recognizable jets, like the F-16C, but then just name it something different and, like, do a couple of things to make it legally distinct. Like, that's what most AAA games do for, like, firearms nowadays. Call of Duty was one of the first big ones, but, like, Battlefield did it this year, too. Battlefield 6 has a ton of real guns, but none of them are using their real names. Like, they're all legally distinct counterparts to things like the MPX or whatever. They could do that to avoid the licensing issue. That's why you've seen so many AAA developers start doing it. Or, I mean, Call of Duty coming into it. Like, this year, Call of Duty has a future time period game, right? So like all the guns in that game are just made up. Like they aren't even, a lot of them are loosely based on real weapons. And they're just like, what if this weapon, but 20 years in the future sort of thing. But they're made up. So like there's no licensing needed for stuff like that if, say, they wanted to electrosphere it again, potentially. Like that would sidestep the licensing issue. Oh yeah, EA literally dropped the name FIFA for FIFA because they didn't want to pay the license for the name anymore. Like they changed it to, it's like EA Football Club or something now. Isn't that right? But like FIFA isn't even called FIFA because of licensing. Licensing is always cool until that license runs out. And then you have a bitch to deal with. AC7 update where they changed the name of the planes. That would be insane. Like when the licenses start running out, they just patch the game to change the names of the planes. That would be good. They're asking for like $1 billion or something? Holy fuck, really? That's wild. They would have to slightly change how they look. Yeah. Just a little bit. But even then, a lot of games don't do that for guns. Like Battlefield 6 didn't do that for guns. Battlefield 6 just made the guns and then named them something different, and they seem to have gotten away with it, at least so far. We'll see if they continue to. I reinstalled Battlefield 6 like a week ago, just because randomly, like I watched a video of a YouTuber I like who does COD and Battlefield. I watched one of his Battlefield videos. Like I've still been keeping up with the game through people like that. And it kind of gave me the itch. I was like, I should reinstall it and give it another go. It's been sitting on my PC installed for like a week, and every time I think that I might want to boot it up, I just don't. Like, I just, for some reason, cannot bring myself to. I don't know why. Like, I literally reinstalled the game because I randomly got the itch, but then it took forever to install because the game is huge. And now every time that I think about it, I just can't bring myself to pull the trigger and actually launch it. It's so weird. Like, I thought I wanted to play it again, but now I've just been avoiding it after reinstalling it. Don't want to get that stinky oil map. I don't. Ooh, shit. Still vibe with Bad Company now and again. I play Bad Company 2, like, for a solid week once or so a year. Like, fairly consistently. I've pretty much always done that. I feel like it's actually been a little more than a year. I should get False a Copy. I should buy False a Copy and we can just goof around on that for like a week, maybe. There we go. There's the ship. Oh, that's why Yuriko chose the Nosferatu. I see the vision. I see it. I didn't even process it until just now. But now I'm understanding why Yuriko chose the Nosferatu. It's that the respawn penalty is the most harsh that it possibly could be. Crazy min-maxing and strategizing from Yuriko. I didn't even think about that. It just didn't even cross my mind until now. Instead of making the F-16C, we made the FC-16. They could do shit like that. Like, I'm trying to think of the name... Well, like, I've always brought up just the easiest example I can think of for Call of Duty. They have in the Modern Warfare like reboot universe of the COD games, they've made like entire new manufacturers that are literally just real life manufacturers under a different name. And the easiest one to point to is that they made one called like XRK, I think. And XRK is Glock. Like, they make Glocks. In Modern Warfare 2019, there is a Glock 17, which would normally be shorthanded to G17, that they just named the X17. And it's straight up, it's just a Glock 17. Just 1-to-1, like it is. But they made a whole new manufacturer so that it's like consistent across all Glocks in the universe. And they just swapped the G for an X. That's all they did. It's wild. Like, that's genuinely about all it takes. They have other ones, but the Glock one comes to mind for me because it's just one letter off. They just swapped one letter in all the guns. That was good enough. Legally distinct. X stands for Extreme Glock. The AN-47. Did they call a gun the AN-47? Did they do that? I don't remember that.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar. Radar locked. Operation Alpha complete. Move on to another airspace.
The world is enough of a mess right now to do an AC-9 in the real world. I don't feel like they're gonna touch real world stuff again. Or at least not for a while. Just because, bro, a lot of Ace Combat fans get very upset when they don't use Strange Reel.
Operation Charlie complete. Enemy forces
Like on, what's it?
have been eliminated. Nice work.
On my Assault Horizon video and my Joint Assault videos, which are like the two games post Strange Reel that were set in the real world. There are a ton of comments under both of them saying that like the biggest problem with the game is being set in the real world. A lot of people just genuinely want Strange Reel. Which to me, I've talked about before. Like, I like Ace Combat lore. I like the Strange Reel lore. It's fairly interesting. But I don't, like, love it. I don't have, like, a deep attachment to it. Like, I didn't mind the real-world games at all. It barely even feels different outside of just, like, locations and stuff, for the most part. Because, like, Strange Reel is literally meant to feel like the real world, but just a little different. Gives them the freedom to have their own lore and everything, right? So it really doesn't feel that different when you're playing the game. It just mostly means that the lore doesn't get quite as wacky. But even then, like, Assault Horizon's lore got kind of wacky near the end. Seeing the CFA fly past was so funny. It was. Oh.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
This is always a bitch without, like, actual air-to-grounds. These ones that are in between the buildings, I can just never seem to actually set myself up with the proper angle for them. Big turn. Wait a minute, James, have you played Ace Combat prior?
Are hanging on by a thread.
Like, have you played other Ace Combat games? Since you ordered a physical copy of 6.
Missile struck target.
Oh, heard of Skycrawlers? I know Skycrawlers. I've heard of it. I haven't played it.
Stage complete. All aircraft.
Hodgepodge of real-world settings and strange real assets. I wish Infinity was playable. Never even touched an AC game. Beautiful.
Alpha 1.
Most/all the IRL set games suck.
Approaching the city. Intercept.
Yeah. Yeah, this is AC6. Still an unusual start. It's a funny start because this is the game that, like, so many diehard Ace Combat fans have never played 6. Just because it's so...
ESM is active.
or the availability factor of this game is terrible. Because you can basically only play it by ordering a used physical copy nowadays. Like, there's genuinely just no other way to get your hands on 6. So a lot of even, like, the biggest Ace Combat fans just haven't played it. "30 FPS offended me back in the day." I mean, hey, coming off of the, what's it? The PS2 games? Yeah, fair enough. Doing release order, it thankfully worked out where AC6 is sandwiched between the 2 PSP games. So, like, I still thought 6 felt pretty good. I have 6 but not an Xbox to play it on. Yeah, that can happen too. 39-second respawn penalty. Thank God. Cost me £8? Really? Mine was cheap, but it wasn't that cheap. Like, when I was in the market for it, doing the series. Felt like a step back after 0. Yeah, in terms of, like, frame rate, I could see that. And planes. The plane variety in this game is not great. It's got, what, 15 planes, and that's it? Really cheap this side of the pond? I don't know why. Weird. And story? Wow. I'm the guy with the hot take that none of the Ace Combat stories are, like, that great, including 0.
Enemy aircraft.
I think 4's is really good. Threes is entertaining until the final, like, once you've done all 5 endings and you get the true ending. For me, the true ending damages AC3's story so much. And even, like, AC4's story kind of is more about the way that it's told and, like, the stylization of it and stuff than it is the story itself. That's very true. Now that I'm thinking about it. It's just set dressing for missions and cool encounters. That's how it largely felt to me, but some people really, really love the strange real stories. I've not seen much love for Joint Assault or Assault Horizon. Which, fair enough.
Enemy down.
I'm definitely kind of just a gameplay guy for AC. So my big issues with 6, like, the story's not great, but it's whatever for me. My issues are way too much air-to-ground gameplay, not enough planes. I think AC5's story, to be fair, is very entertaining. As much as it hurts replayability, like, later on.
Enemy aircraft
the first time you play AC5, that story is really fun. I surprise myself sometimes. You make yourself jump when people play these redeems. Oh, my bad.
Lock on.
Nanomachine, son.
Nanomachines. I'm hopeful that this is the 10th siege battle win. That would be huge. That would be amazing.
Enemy kill confirmed.
Oh,
Fire.
I don't know if those are gonna hit.
Used.
That's a no. Is it my top 3 most anticipated games? It would be my number 4, but I don't believe GTA 6 will come out this year. I don't either. Especially after that recent report saying that, like, internally, they're very unsure if they'll be able to meet the deadline. I don't think it will come out this year. But I also agree with that one interview with, like, a former developer where he said if they delay the game one more time, it's gonna really hurt the excitement for that game. Like, you can only delay the game so many times before people are just not that interested anymore. And it kind of ends up in, like, the Silksong territory of, yeah, it'll be great when it comes out, but I'm not sitting here, like, anxious for it, you know? Granted, then Silksong did appear out of nowhere, and everyone started foaming at the mouth. But, like, for a while, everyone kind of collectively was like, yeah, Silksong, I don't know when it's happening. I'll play it when it happens, but I'm not, like, anxious for it anymore, you know? I still don't know what it was about Silksong that just didn't hook me the way the original did.
Target hit.
Because I feel like everyone else loved it just as much. And I can't even, like, really put my finger on it, you know?
You're leaving combat airspace. Turn back immediately.
Like, I still really don't know why I wasn't as big on it.
Missile struck target.
It was like a... It was one of those, like, I like this game situations, but I don't love it. Whereas Hollow Knight 1... When I played that for the first time, I was, like, infatuated with it. I loved it so much.
Fox 2.
Machine gun. Oh, I did get it. God damn it. How long are you playing AC6? Want me to hop on to help the grind? I mean, we'll be going for, like, 2.5 hours about. So yeah, if you want to hop on, go for it. You're getting old, your passion is dying. I don't think that's it. It's not a new thing? Okay. I was like, I feel like I'm crazy. Everyone else seemed to love it. Everyone else was, like, posting about how crazy long their first playthroughs were and how great they were, and I was just like, oh, that was online kills. God damn it. Not a siege battle achievement yet, unless... I guess Xbox achievements can only pop one at a time, right? Yeah, but I still didn't get it. But hey, that's all the kills achievements. Help us, Priz Kenobi. I think Snooze loves it. I think Snooze loved it, but he also was messaging me about it, like, during the first week of the game, and he was like, do you also feel like this game is just way too hard? Like, this is hard. And I like hard games, but, like, this is too much. And I was agreeing with him. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of ridiculous. This is a lot. So you mean you replied to him finally? This was back then. You actually just reminded me. Alright. What do I fly this time? Cole is a worse DMer than me. Left snooze on red for like 3 months. Never mind. I just responded to him for a message from November. I was joking with False. I'm like, at some point I just need to randomly reply to this, like, casually, as if a ridiculous amount of time has not passed. And I just did it. I was like, you know what? Now's the time. Now is a good time to do that. Forgive me? Yeah. Yeah, November 28th. To be fair, it was just like a message thanking me. And I just didn't reply to it. Because my brain, and I've always been like this, like if it's just something simple like that, like someone saying like thank you or something that I don't feel like I need to respond to right away, my brain is just like, all right, I don't have to pay this any mind. And I just will kind of go right past it. No, I think the Phantom Pain, I don't know, like, my thing with the Phantom Pain is it is such an amazing stealth game, but it definitely doesn't feel like Metal Gear, but like, just as a stealth game, it's incredible. Still just MP trophies left? Yeah. But I really, like, in terms of just gameplay being good, MGS5 is nuts. I love the gameplay in that. Like, just the sandbox element of it. I absolutely love the Phantom Pain. Suffers from lack of story and set pieces. I kind of agree with that, weirdly. Even though I'm such a gameplay guy, like, I really don't care about the story all that much. I feel like Metal Gear is different, where just after you play through all the other ones, especially like I did Release Order, right? So after I had played everything else that preceded it, I had like an expectation story-wise at that point of like, this is Metal Gear, so the story better be amazing, you know? And then it was the Phantom Pain story. So, yeah. But I still, like, from a gameplay standpoint, I love the Phantom Pain. It's just so fun. It's incredible. Yeah, Yuriko just said, I will help, but I do not have it in me to play today. So here I am. Hey, it works for Siege mode, though, because this is, like, a miserably long game mode to play. And I'm expected to get 100 wins in this mode alone, where matches can easily go for like 30, 40 minutes. So it gives me at least an opportunity to take a chunk out of this specifically, just so that everyone else doesn't have to suffer with me through a full 100 matches of this shit. I thought it was 50. No, it's 100. 100 victories in Siege Battle. Isn't that great? It's like 50 hours of this game mode. Yeah, about, give or take. I mean, if I won every single match and say they went on average for 30 minutes, the longest they can go for is 40 minutes. So let's say on average they go for 30. That's still like, it's 30 hours of gameplay, assuming I win every single time. Right? Or is my math? No, that is, wait. No, that is like 50 hours, assuming I win every match. Of just siege battle. The team battle and battle royale modes go for a maximum of 10 minutes. So those are way less of a grind. Yeah, no, I don't know where my head was there when I said that at first. But no, all achievements on this multiplayer is 100 victories in every game mode.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Sam kill confirmed.
Hop on in 10 minutes. Let's go. Easy W's. And right now, I don't even know my exact progress on Siege Battle until I get the achievement to pop for 10 victories. That was kind of hard to pull out of that and still hit the Sam. That was a real bitch. But once I get the 10 achievement like pop after I win one of these, then I know exactly our progress level for everything. The spreadsheet will be totally up to date. Those measurements that I keep needing to say I'm approximately this far, like it will be exact after this. So at least there's that. That's also part of why I'm trying to get siege battles knocked out right now. Though, it is also still worth acknowledging just the sheer level of grind that this exact game mode is compared to the other ones. It's ridiculous when you put them next to each other. Just because of how long the matches go for, it's literally like, I don't know, 60-70% of the grind alone for all of the multiplayer is just this game mode. Let's go. The follow alert that I still need to get the custom alerts going, but thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. It's only like play each mode 50 times and unlock everything. Yeah, but how lame are those achievements? No, thank God, because AC7 multiplayer, if we had to play this much of AC7's multiplayer, I would fucking lose my mind.
I done forgot because I saw the date.
I would be in a coma by the end of it. I'm already, like, I say it a lot. I'm not a huge multiplayer guy when it comes to Ace Combat. Like, I think that PvP in the AC games is a lot of fun, but, like, it's a little thing that I like to do on the side on occasion. It's not something that I want to be playing all the fucking time and, like, grinding out. I much prefer the single player, like, experience and challenges and all that to just win 100 siege battles. So even for a good Ace Combat multiplayer like ACX or AC6, I'm already not huge on the grinds for these. if AC7 had the same amount of grind.
Operation Bravo complete. You're doing great. Continue on with the
Just
mission.
Not added. No, he's the same size. I swear. I swear he's the same size.
Operation Charlie complete. Enemy forces within Operation Airspace have been eliminated. Nice work. Target coordinates have been set. This is the last group.
Favorite jet in the game? For me in AC7, it's the FA-18. In the whole series, I would have to go with like, oh man. In the whole series, in all, like across all of the Ace Combat games, my favorite to fly is probably either the F-22 or the Su-47. I couldn't choose. Couldn't choose between them.
Fuck out my car right now.
Honestly, A10 is up there. Just for the meme potential and like single player challenge runs and stuff, A10 is up there. It really is. But in AC6, it's got to be the Typhoon. The Typhoon in this game is fucking crazy. Oh, the target is the HQ. Also crazy RCL in this game. The A10 in Ace Combat 6 is actually fucking crazy. Like, it's just a great plane even in multiplayer in this game, which is wild.
Now they're tracking you on radar.
There we go.
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
I got him.
Hanging on by a thread. Almost done here. Target hit.
I just had a funny idea. What? Oh,
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
what is that? I miss the insanely powerful weapons of AC6. Bro, specials in AC6 are all just wild. Not all of them. Some of them aren't very good in this game, but if you form up behind me when we switch sides, I could do the driver San Fran thing of second person driving. I don't know what that is. What do you mean?
ESM is active.
What does that mean? How close do I have to be? There we go. It's like for qualms. Hello? Not played Driver San Francisco? No. No, I've not. And of course, one qualm is not enough.
Fox 2. Enemy down.
Not a car game guy. Plane game? Plane game are good. Car game? Not so much. Crazy Taxi. That's a classic. Not even heard of the driver games? I don't think so. You control your car from a car that's chasing you. What? Like from the perspective of the car behind? That's some wacky shit. From some essay about a second-person game. Midnight Club LA. That I played. I did play Midnight Club LA. Because of, I was a big 360 kid, so of course I did. I loved the 360 so much. Greatest console. Well, second greatest console. I always say my two favorite gaming consoles ever are the PS1 and the Xbox 360. Like, forever, to me, those will be the two GOATs. I love both of them to pieces. The Xbox 360, mostly because of Xbox Live, and just the fact that, like, all of the big multiplayer experiences of the time were predominantly on Xbox, or just exclusively on Xbox in a lot of cases. So, like, not only was Xbox Live just so much better and, like, had more personality and everything and stuff to it than PSN or whatever the fuck Nintendo was trying to do on the Wii. Whatever that was. Like, the just Xbox Live experience during the Xbox 360's life was so wild. Yurika woke up. What the fuck? What? Oh. Oh. Was full of indie games? Yeah. They made a huge push to, like, what's it? They made it, like, incredibly easy for indie devs to publish on the 360. And they just basically had, like, a whole categorization for it. So there were a ton of, like, dirt cheap $1 or $2 shovelware games all over the Xbox store, which for the most part weren't even worth talking about. But every once in a while there was a good one. The input delay is seconds. Yeah, no, on stream it's not gonna work. Castle Miner Z. Yeah, there were some that were, like, actually really fun. And they also made it really easy for them to utilize Xbox Live for those releases. So, like, multiplayer was a big thing. You just got a lot of these little, like, arcade indie games to play with friends. And they were great. Xbox Live Arcade was also just a thing, where they had all these, like, really cheap, just little arcade experiences that you could download. Like, dude, the Trials games on 360 were so good. 360 was just so good. And it's one of those things where, like, now that Xbox Live has been shut down, there's not as much that really makes the 360 special. It really was, like, just the experience of Xbox Live at that time was what made the 360 so special. Like, you can't replicate it now. It's genuinely just gone now. Trying to make it more stimulating for you by just flying randomly. God. Unfortunately, AC6's qualms were nerfed to hell and back. So I can't just qualm spam it. Yeah, they had Uno. Uno just came with your Xbox. The 360 was so good, man. People used the camera on Uno to show off their junk. People did. I remember this. I remember the Kinect. Such a shitty piece of equipment, but it was good for one thing. For people to use the camera on Uno to take pictures of their nuts instead of their face and use it as their, like, player icon. I remember people doing that. It really was like online gaming on console. It was a live camera on Uno? I don't remember it being a live camera. Like where the little player icon would normally be. Was it actually just like I remember it just being a picture. I swear it was live. It might have been. I could be misremembering it. Because I remember, like, they tried to add video chat to Xbox Live with the Kinect, and it just... Yeah. No one used that shit. Like, ever. I just showed the other day, like, the old Turtle Beach headsets and all the fucking cords that they had. And I was I was on some rant about, like, kids these days don't know how easy they have it with, like, single cord headsets that just plug into your controller. They never had to live with this. The headset that, like, plugged into your controller and the console and the TV had to be plugged into, like, all of them through this little... like thing that controlled the volume for each, but it had to plug into all three. It was a disaster, but it worked. But it worked. Still no siege battle achievement. Especially when it was a 2.5 millimeter jack. Yeah. Well, what did Hot Sauce send me? What is he thanking me for? Oh, the snooze thing. Swear to God, you've 110? No, it's not bugged. We've been saving the game. It was the snooze thing. What if the flanker? What does it have? Be good. How do I get in? My brain is mush. You go to ranked match, and then when you select the mode, go to siege battle. And it just works. I like this will be the only lobby on the game. Believe me. No one else is playing Siege Battle on Ace Combat 6 right now. Believe me. There it is. Yuriko, you still want to join for the farm or no? Still alive. I'm still alive. I just don't know if Yuriko wants the achievements for this game or not. Oh, I smell food. What is cooking? If you two are actually playing, do you want me to loiter? It's up to you. Fuck no, I'm not doing it. Okay. It could just be the two of us then. I was just like, if you want the achievements, just sitting on a team, maybe that team wins the match, you get progress. But no, if you don't want them, that's fine. Full-on hi-fi setup for the world's shittiest headphones. Bro, it's true. They were not good headphones. They were not. I mean, they were the best that you could get at that time, especially like a lot of people didn't play with headphones. Because again, like online gaming on console was new. This was just a new thing. So if you had like Turtle Beaches and you were playing COD, Gears, whatever, not so much Halo, kind of Halo, but not as much because footsteps weren't very loud in that game. Like, you could hear things that people playing on their TV couldn't hear. Just having that headset gave you an advantage in these online games at the time because everyone just played out of their TVs. Like, it was such a new thing for console gaming that so many people just didn't even know that having headphones gave you that advantage until like pretty late into the system's life. Like 2011, 2012, people started to figure it out. Word spread enough that then even you got people like complaining about how they were getting dumpstered on COD or Gears or whatever because they were playing on their TV and didn't have Turtle Beaches or whatever. The surround sound chairs, oh god. It was a time. It was a time in online gaming that like we will never go back to that. It's that 3D audio. It genuinely was. Just so many people didn't have it. So only because of that, you would have an advantage just for playing with it. A time and a vibe. It was just like a time that now that we've moved on from it, it can't be replicated. You know, it's just one of those things where like that time can't exist again in online gaming. The fact that we've moved on has made it impossible to go back to. Like, it was genuinely just a time that was able to exist only because people didn't really know what was going on. God, not the messages. It was just all so new. And the tech was so limited with like the headsets and everything too. It's just, yeah, those were awful. Now they've got all that built into the controller. Thank God. That's probably a good thing. To be clear. I used Uno for Xbox Live Arcade to show you my PP. Please respond. Loading a game in a minute instead of having to download it. Oh yeah, off of disc. Yeah, that was a thing. But remember near the end of the console's life when they had to start like packaging the multiplayer portions of games onto different discs? Like nowadays they do, well, for like digital installs at least, they like separate all that stuff out for convenience sake. But at like the end of the 360 PS3 generation, I remember like Call of Duty Ghosts and Halo 4. Those are just the two that come to mind like first. Those games had to be like totally separate single player and multiplayer discs, just because they couldn't fit it all on one disc. The discs were not big enough. They did not have enough capacity. Oh yeah, Arkham Origins, GTA 5, there were more. There were more. Dude, remember how bad GTA Online was on launch? Speaking of, like, GTA Online nowadays is not an experience I enjoy very much. Ironically, I would say because of the things that they added later on more than anything. But, like, remember when it first came out and there was just nothing to do? And, like, GTA 4 had an online mode that had the same problem, and so did the first Red Dead. But, like, there was just no content in it. There was just nothing you could even do in that game. Like, day one, GTA 5 Online was just like, yeah, you could drive around and, like, fight other players. You could rob gas stations. That was about it. That was really... You could race. I believe races were there on day one, if I remember right. You could do, like, car races. But genuinely, there was just no content in GTA Online. And it launched alongside the main game. It's just, bro, no one was playing it because it sucked when it first came out. Like, yeah, you could earn money and all that, but aside from, like, getting a cool car and, like, cool guns from ammunition, there was no reason to even, you know, get the money. Like, there was nothing you were even working for at launch. Later on, they added, like, the apartments and the garages and, you know, all the businesses and stuff that gave you something to actually build towards. But when it first came out, like, there really wasn't even a reason to do any of that. Like, there was nothing to even grind for. You were just grinding these activities that weren't very fun for nothing. Is driving around and murking other players still 90% of it? It is, like, they have that issue still where once you've gotten everything, that's about all that there is to do. But at the very least, like, GTA Online, one of the larger criticisms of it nowadays is how absurd the grind is to even, like, get everything. Like, to build up and get all the money to buy all the offices and businesses and, like, fucking nuclear bunkers and shit. Like, they made the grind pretty insane. But then once you have everything, was about it. It had, like, one or two heists you could do. No, the heists only came later. It had, like, the missions. Like the... what's it? The simple ones where you would just get a text from somebody and they'd be like, hey, go here, kill these guys doing the drug deal and steal the drugs for us. But the heists, I remember being a big deal when they got added, like, a year or so later. They got added with the apartments. Remember, you had to buy an apartment to, what's it? To be able to access the heists. I remember that also being a bitch because, like, at the time, the only thing you had to actually get money was those simple missions. Like, those little, like, hey, go get these drugs, I'll pay you, like, $10,000 or something. And you had to save up, like, $1 million just to buy the apartment to access the heists in the first place. Or you had to have a friend who had already grinded out enough to have an apartment to start from himself, and you just piggybacked off of him. It was bad. Like, GTA at first was brutal. Or GTA Online, sorry. GTA 5 single player was always great. But online for, like, the first couple years was just barren. Like, even the heist update came out, like, a year in. And that was fun, like, to have those heists to try to build up to and do. And then once you had done it, it was kind of like, all right. I mean, again, like, what am I even stacking all this money for? If I already have the apartment to do the heists. Like, I've already bought the most expensive thing in the game. What am I stacking for? What am I getting all this money for? You know? Here, I thought you meant GTA for PS1 was brutal. I still need to properly play. I have GTA for PS1. I have GTA 1 and 2. Just because, like, ages ago, I think I found one of them at a garage sale and one of them at, like, a retro game store. I have both of them. I just have never properly played through either of them, like, front to back. I've never gone for a full playthrough of GTA 1 or 2. I did do, like, a full replay of GTA 3 during COVID. And just enjoyed the simplicity of that game again. But, man, even GTA 3 is just so... like, it feels like such a lacking game, even just compared to, like, Vice City. GTA 3 is an example of GTA just not having much at all to do. I mean, outside of the main story missions, you don't really do much of anything in GTA 3, other than drive around and cause chaos if you want. You have GTA London? I do not. Just 1 and 2. I don't have any of, like, the expansions or anything. When I last played, a friend just hacked the roulette table to always land on 0. That's insane. How the fuck do you do that? Someday I'll do GTA 1 and 2. I'm always surprised by how little interest there is in GTA for a review series. And, like, every once in a while, someone will bring it up in a comment or, like, a live stream chat and be like, dude, GTA would be such a good one. GTA would make for such a good series. But then it always just, there's not a whole lot of interest in GTA whenever I pull for a series. Whenever I try to, like, see where everyone's general interest is at that time. It's never GTA. I think people are GTA'd out. It could be that, and then, like, also, what's it? Like, everyone and their mom has done videos on GTA at this point. You know, like, there might just not be that much interest because of both of those. Hold on. I actually haven't checked the most recent poll in a minute. So weird. I don't want to say out loud what's in the front. Like, I already did the whole thing where I gave hints at what was in the running. Like, what the top 10 was made up of. And things have shuffled around a bit, looking at it now, but just some really... I said before, like, one of them that's right near the top is one that you would expect, given that I've been polling on the Resident Evil videos. Like, you'd expect Resi fans to be excited for potential videos on that. But then 2 of them that are very high up are just 2 that have always been really high up in every poll, but never, like, at the very top. But consistently, regardless of what audience I'm polling, there always seems to be a ton of interest in these. One of them is one that has never been that high up before. Like, in any of the previous polling. Even though you might think it would be, it just has never seen that much interest. But this time around, there's a ton of interest in it. But it's not related to Resident Evil in the slightest. Like, it is in no possible stretch of the imagination related to Resident Evil at all. But for some reason this time, it's really... what's it? It's really high up there. What the poll results are? Is it just to incentivize frauding it? It's that, plus what's it? Like, I don't want people to see that something they were hoping for is like high up, but then maybe later on it drops down and I don't end up doing it, and then they're like, oh, why was it not this? Or like, it really, I think it was Hasriel who, when I was asked this a bit ago, kind of nailed it. Like, these polls genuinely are just for me to see where interest is more than anything. And it's not like, you know, whatever is number one on this poll, I am going to do next, like guaranteed. It's a mix of like where the interest is and what I would want to do. Like right now, just a hint, I'm hoping to do a smaller series next. Like after Resident Evil and Yakuza on top of each other, both being ginormous, I would like something that I can do in like less than 3 months. Like that would be awesome to be able to nail down like a whole front to back series in just a few months. That would feel glorious after doing Resi and Yakuza on top of each other. And even before that, like the Metal Gear videos got so big. Like the Phantom Pain video alone was over 2 hours long. Those videos got so out of hand. Like I would like something smaller for the next, like still I like doing full franchises, including like spin-offs that people won't have really played and stuff, but less than 30 games would be great. Not doing another series that's like 30 games long would be awesome. Right now. Even a game that's, or sorry, a franchise that's like less than 10 games would be awesome. That would be ideal. Souls series could be done in a few months. The Souls games are so big though. And yeah, like everyone has done Souls, that's a whole other thing. But when I think of doing a Soulsborne series, I always think like I would probably do more than one playthrough of most of them, just to like experiment with different build archetypes and have more varied footage and all that. Explore more of what's possible overall outside of just whatever one build I went for that playthrough. I would probably do that. I think. I don't know. Because then, like, Elden Ring... I don't want to do a bunch of Elden Ring playthroughs all for one video. You know, it's almost definitely not worth it to do multiple playthroughs of Elden Ring for one video. The Horizon games, those would be short. Those are on here, I think. Yeah, they're on here. They're on the list. Must get really tiring playing every Yakuza game back to back. You'd be surprised. I really, really have enjoyed playing the Yakuza games. If anything, like with the Yakuza videos, what gets exhausting with them isn't just how long the game is to play, or like the fact that they're so similar or anything. It's honestly more that there's just so much that I want to talk about with every single game that the videos all get really big. Oddly good and oddly forgettable. I think it's because, like, no offense to Horizon fans, but like the Horizon games are kind of just glorified Ubisoft games, right? Like way cooler settings, maybe a more interesting story. Even like what I played of Horizon Zero Dawn, the story didn't do a whole lot for me. Like they really are Ubisoft games. They're like Ubisoft open world games. So even if they are a really good take on that formula, it's just a formula that like has been done to death, you know? Like even if you are the best of that formula, like it's still just everyone has played that game so many times already, you know? I feel like that's honestly the biggest thing that hurts it more than anything else. But the best Ubisoft games, even then, I don't know about that. Like, I liked Zero Dawn from what I played of it. I still probably like Far Cry 3 more. I still probably like Black Flag more. Like, it's up there, but I wouldn't even say it is the best. I would say it's like one of the best. You know? Far Cry 5 was amazing. I really liked 5 when it came out. But every time I've tried to replay it, I only get like through one of the big areas. Like one of the big siblings before I'm kind of just done. Which is so weird, because I really liked 5 when I first played it. Granted, Far Cry 3, a lot of the time when I revisit Far Cry 3, I stop playing after Voss dies. But not every time. Like Far Cry 5, I've only ever finished once. And not from lack of revisiting it, just I only ever finished it the first time. You know? Are you a Primal enjoyer? I am a Primal. I liked Far Cry Primal a lot. Just because it was so different. Like, obviously same formula, but like Primal was just so unique in terms of its core gameplay compared to everything else that I really enjoyed it. Oh my god, best Ubisoft game? Blood Dragon. It's Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. How did I not think of it until just now? I always forget to bring up Blood Dragon. That's the best Ubisoft game. Or like a game that uses that formula or anything. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. The standalone expansion they did. Infinite chef kisses. It's perfect. That is the take on that formula. The take. I only ever want to play that for Ubisoft games. It's like 8 hours long. It has the open world checkmark stuff, but it's so condensed. And like they went for quality over quantity. They just made the same formula, but a way smaller game that's way more unique in terms of feel to everything else. That's the best one. That's the good one. It's true. Everyone knows it. Everyone who's played Blood Dragon, in my experience, is like, yeah, that's true. And I know a lot of people still didn't because it's like a little expansion / spin-off, so a lot of people don't check it out. But that's the best Far Cry. That's the best Ubisoft game. That's the best take on the Ubisoft open world that I've seen. It's great. It's great. Hiccup. F16 with RCL. We're doing it live. Has anyone said you look like 1 pixel? Is that 1 pixel? I've not heard it. I kind of see it. A little bit. Granted, I don't wear my glasses on stream every day. So it's probably the glasses that are... And the beard style. I can kind of see it. Out of all the other gaming personalities I've been compared to, I would say I probably look more like him than any other I've been compared to. Has the biggest respawn penalty? Yeah, just because it's the super plane. Plays Counter-Strike? Yeah, that's why I don't know him.
Alpha 1, engage the
Also, Yuriko's back.
I'm about to send you an objective point on radar.
Also got super lost in Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's another one that, like, when it came out, I enjoyed it a lot. I've tried to replay it so many times over the years. Like, I have so many hours in Ghost Recon Wildlands. I only ever finished it one time, and I couldn't even bring myself to 100% it. But when it first came out, I played it, like, with friends and my ex, and, like, I thought it was a blast. But every time I've gone back to Wildlands, I have not finished it. It has not been a full playthrough. I get, like, 1 or 2 areas done, and then I kind of trail off. Although I'm also a Ghost Recon boomer. Like, in fairness, when I was a kid, I had the original Ghost Recon on Xbox. And that was the shit. That was the good one. And I still, to this day, like, I wish Ghost Recon stuck more in that direction. Or even, like, Advanced Warfighter was pretty good in terms of being more action-y, but not, like, too action-y to the point where it lost the Ghost Recon feel. Wildlands and, like, Breakpoint and stuff definitely are too action-y and lost the Ghost Recon feel. Like, Advanced Warfighter was good. Future Soldier was, like, a fun take on it. But that was also, like, that was more Call of Duty than anything. It wasn't really Ghost Recon. But it was fun, just not what I think of when I think Ghost Recon. Granted, nothing really ever has been since, like, Advanced Warfighter 2. And even then, that's kind of a stretch. Ghost Recon has just always had an identity crisis, like, since it first came out. Because even the original Ghost Recon is basically old school Rainbow Six, but you're, like, military instead of, like, covert forces. It was basically what Ghost Recon was to begin with. And then pretty much every take on the Ghost Recon series has been different since the original. There's never really been a super consistent identity for the series. Dude, that would honestly, like, now that I'm saying it out loud, and I know it's on the list, but, like, that would be a good series, because talk about a series that vaguely keeps the same theme but feels totally different with basically every single release. Ghost Recon has never felt the same across multiple titles. With a couple exceptions, like Advanced Warfighter 1 and 2 are basically the same. Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoint are basically the same. But that series reboots itself like every couple games, if not just every game. I'm also a Rainbow Six boomer. Although Rainbow Six was way more consistent of a franchise until Siege came out. And then Siege kind of killed what Rainbow Six was. But Rainbow Six was pretty consistent, where it's kind of like Ghost Recon with Advanced Warfighter, where, like, Rainbow Six, I think, had, like, 4 games that were, like, genuine tactical shooters. That original identity for the series was still there. And then, like, we got Vegas 1 and 2, which were... They switched to being third-person shooters. They were much more action-y, but they still mostly felt like a Rainbow Six game. Like, definitely leaned more towards action, but still a ton of fun, like, for what it was. Still had a general feel. But then Siege just totally threw Rainbow Six out the window. Like, that feels nothing like Rainbow. Which kind of sucks that, like, for me, growing up being a Rainbow Six fan, I played Siege. I have like hundreds of hours in Siege. It was a really fun game, but it feels nothing like Rainbow Six. Like, it shares no identity with the games that came before it. Saddest death in gaming. Now it's just a generic hero shooter. And yeah, I fell off of Siege like a few years into the game because of the direction the game went in. Like, I think the last time I played Siege at all was right before they added Sam Fisher to the game. Whatever they... I know they didn't call him Sam Fisher in the game. But, like, right before he got added was the last time I even played, like, a single match of that game. And even by that point, it was very sparse. It was very here and there, like playing it on occasion sort of thing. Most of my hours in Rainbow Six are from like 2015 to 17, that kind of range. But it was so fun. I miss the old Siege. Like, even if it had stayed the way it was, I would probably still play it more than I do. Didn't it just have a huge hacking issue? It's had like 3 huge hacking issues in the last month. Where apparently the security of like the actual Siege server is just completely shot at this point. That recent one, that big hack that just happened to Siege, was actually like 5 different groups of hackers all hitting it within the span of like 2 days and doing different things to the servers. And that was a huge shit show. And then I saw one like after that, actually, where another group came in and took hold of the anti-cheat system within the game and just started banning literally anyone who logged onto the game. Like, just perma-banning anyone who logged on. So talk about a huge shit show for UB. Match made in heaven. No, we're not even talking about like people cheating in Rainbow. We're talking like people actually getting into the main server and fucking with the game at a fundamental level. Like server-wide hacks. They just had a bunch of those. Like, literally, they've had like 5 in a month. It's been crazy. I've seen that stuff popping up. I saw clips of that, just like the whole lobby banned. Yeah, people also like one of the groups like hijacked the ban feed where like you can see players getting hit with the anti-cheat in real time, like that little feed in the corner of the game. They hijacked that and were just using it to like shoot out whatever messages they wanted to everyone who was playing the game at that time. Which was also wild. Like, apparently UB's security for Siege at this point is just totally shit. Like, it's just, it's gone. There is no security left at this point.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Enemy forces are approaching the city. Intercept.
I actually, the original Rainbow Six I had on PS1. Like when I was a kid, but I bought it on like Uplay or whatever it is, whatever Ubisoft service is called nowadays. I can never remember. I picked it up for like $10 on PC. I have Rainbow Six probably installed on my PC right now. The original Rainbow Six from the 90s is probably installed on my computer right now because it's like 100 megabytes. Genuine. So I doubt I deleted it. It's probably on my system right now if I went and looked. Check out this super plane sweep. Oh, I didn't lead my shots the way I'm supposed to. My bad. The RCL in the F-16 is kind of shit, unfortunately. I would love to hit both at once and do crazy shit, but there are just so few missiles even in the burst of RCL. If this was the A-10, I would be able to just fucking sweep you two out of the air consistently. Hey! But I'm a bit more limited in the F-16. Unfortunately. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bastards. We've sped up the grind. We're getting Siege Battle 10. It has to happen. Oh, that's not gonna hit anything. That was so poorly aimed.
Boarding incoming missile.
Shit.
Missile was evaded. Missile struck target.
Taking railgun shots in a non-critical area like a champ. You know it. That's what we do. Hey! He's scoring points! Oh no, he's just shooting the water, isn't he? Never mind. Just like that, bitch.
Missile struck target.
That's some damn good 1983 manga art, man. Gorgeous. I love the art style of Fist of the North Star. False, can you hear me right now? Because she started rewatching it with me. She had never seen it. I love the art style of Fist of the North Star. I don't know if she commented on it. I don't remember her saying anything about it. And you can tell when you look back on Fist of the North Star, like, that it did have a huge influence on manga and anime as a whole, like, after it came out. Especially JoJo. Like, you look at Fist of the North Star, and then you look at JoJo, and you're like, okay, yeah, that I can see the link here. Like, JoJo's art style was very inspired by it. But even just in general, you can see a lot of that DNA from just all sorts of stuff around that time.
Alpha 1.
Oh.
ESM is active.
Erica crashed into a boat.
Box 2. Target hit.
I don't know if she can hear me. Ooh, ooh. Ow.
Down.
Chat, I shit you not.
Alpha 1. Engage the
If anyone crosses over into Falsa's stream, if you were watching her last night, you might have seen me near the end of her stream saying that, like, I had been trying to figure something out for the entirety of her stream. I'm a bit of a DaVinci Resolve user, known to be. I'm a bit of a shill for DaVinci Resolve even, because it's such a powerful editing software that is so inexpensive for a lifetime subscription compared to any other competitor. And I shit you not, I spent the entire, like, 3 hours of her stream last night because I had finished up my work early yesterday. So I had extra time. Spent hours using the built-in, like, VFX tool in DaVinci and trying to learn stuff with that. It's crazy. It's such a powerful tool, but I've never worked with any VFX before. Like, I have zero experience with that stuff prior. So it took me hours to figure out how to do like animated info cards even. But I'm learning. I'm learning. Just for the hell of it. What level hype train? CGI in a Chole vid? Yeah, I'm learning. It's like back when I was, well, not first starting. The first video I ever used any of it in was the Dead Souls video, the Yakuza Dead Souls video. So maybe like a year ago, I learned how to do like 3D rigging in DaVinci Resolve, which I don't use too often because it's kind of like for my videos and what I do, it's not overly useful a lot of the time. But like if you've ever seen me do that effect where I what's it, I'm like actually turning the video and like on a 3D plane, like kind of panning around with it, that's what that is. Gonna have one of those fancy intros with dubstep. I am. It's gonna be me. What level hype train? I still didn't get that info from her. She says it's on default settings. It can't be. Like, I've messed with the hype train settings on Twitch. She's not on default settings. She messed with it at one point, probably years ago, and just does not remember it at all. That one German guy who plays CS. Is it the same guy that someone said like an hour ago? Do I just specifically look like him today? Because I've never been told that before today. It's the same guy. God damn it. You should totally watch JoJo's after Fist of the North Star. Maybe, maybe. There's his name. I was like, I can't remember his name. Is he German? He is German. It is the same guy. What the fuck? Is he a newer CS player? Or like, did he only like get popular recently? Because I used to play Counter-Strike like way, like, you know, 2012 to like 2015, 16-ish. Oh, he started streaming in 2021. That's why. I'm like, why do I not know this guy? I was like, I've never heard of this guy before today. But that would explain it. That was well after I stopped playing Counter-Strike. I liked the flanker with RCL. A lot of his videos have been going around Instagram. Okay, that might be why. But yeah, I spent like 3 hours straight last night trying to figure out... Well, mainly this one issue that I got myself into, I eventually figured it out. VFX is hard, chat. Let me tell you. I had this one thing where like I couldn't animate the graphic that I had made without moving an entire duplicate of the rendered frame that was being created, like, because that's just what it does when you render VFX apparently. But I was like, okay, how do I animate not the entire duplicate frame? Could not figure it out for hours. And was trying to like look it up, but it was such a simple question that genuinely like no one was answering it or asking it on forums or whatever. I eventually figured it out, but I had to figure it out on my own. And like I'm fairly technical. You know, I've got like programming experience, game dev experience. VFX, I've never done anything with before. So this was just total like fuck. I had to figure it out for myself. I have like basic editing experience, but nothing fancy like that. Basic editing experience, says the guy who's been doing YouTube for years, but I've never done anything too fancy editing wise. Resi videos brought me here. Welcome. I'm glad you enjoy them. That shit was hard. The VFX thing. Very hard. Could be fancy. Could be fancy. Thank you for the follow, Big. Appreciate it. Oh. When did you buy Ace Combat? 2022 was when I first played Ace Combat. No. Yes. No. 2023. 2023 was when I first played Ace Combat. That's right. It was 23. Is Kiryu still too big, Chad? You think he might be? He might be. Maybe. Kiryu is huge. Well, I know that, but like, is the alert too big? I know he's huge. I mean, look at him. We've seen him shirtless plenty of times. He's fucking huge, but like, is the alert of Kiryu maybe too big? Is what I meant to ask. Shit. Into the top right? Actually, that might work. Because I generally like to not have too many things on screen, like for stream overlays. I don't typically like overly fancy stream overlays. I'm fairly minimalist with them. So honestly, maybe just putting it over me, just so that it's not too cluttered, might work. I might actually prefer that, to be honest. Then getting the instant replay. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I can't get the target I need. Oh, you did mean it as a joke. See, I thought I was taking a serious reply and turning it into a joke. Oh. Well. Shit. Hey, I blew shit up.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
You weren't even on the HUD yet? That's wild. That's fucking crazy.
Box 2. Missile struck target. Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
This thing can turn so fast with high G. It's amazing. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, you could see the lights. Okay. I was like, what do you mean?
Alpha 1, engage
Hiccup. That was poorly timed. Wonder what False is up to. The target box. Yeah, I got you. I was spawned in. I thought you meant like you fired it preemptively.
We have radar lock on. Target hit.
And just like travel time and all that. There's been like 3 things that JoJo directly referenced. Yeah.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to JoJo myself yet, but I'm aware of like how much of JoJo is basically just pulled from Fist of the North Star.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
You gotta watch some of the original anime too, only because the voice work is so funny. With like, he has this big, tough, manly voice. Kenshiro, I mean. He has like this super tough, manly man voice. But then as soon as he starts fighting in the anime, he starts sounding like Loth from Tekken or like Bruce Lee. Where he's just like, he flips so fast. It's awesome every time. It kills me.
Shut down.
Just because it's such a wild contrast.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
I hope they don't fuck up that new Fist of the North Star animation, but it looks rough from that one trailer. I'll check it out, but I don't have overly high hopes for it, personally. I'm generally not a big fan of CGI animation, though, to be fair.
Missile was evaded.
There are exceptions.
Operation Bravo complete. You're doing great. Continue on with the mission.
Oh, but I've heard his voice in Jump Force. Okay, okay. I forget he was in that. I never played it.
Operation Charlie.
I remember seeing it and being like, that looks kind of weird.
Airspace have been eliminated.
And then it came out and everyone was like, yeah, this is not that good. So I never checked it out. Crazy to me that the Jump Force devs, after Jump Force, went on to make Sparking Zero, which is, you know, a game with its own issues, absolutely, but like a lot better than that.
Warning, incoming missile. Fired. Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Missile was evaded.
That one Dragon Ball Super movie that's like entirely CGI actually looks really good,
SAM destroyed.
in fairness, but I generally am not big on it. Plus, they went to so much effort with Superhero to like still maintain the Dragon Ball style. Superhero? Yeah, it's a good looking movie. It's a very good looking movie. But a lot of it kind of is just because they went to the effort of like warping the models and stuff at certain angles to still kind of have that look to it.
Hanging on by a thread. Almost done here.
Cell 2 or whatever they call it. It was not Cell 2. Cell Max. Cell Max. Orange Chicken Piccolo, you can't call him that. You stop.
Engage the enemy.
Doesn't Attack on Titan have a lot of CGI mixed in with the 2D? I didn't get that far into Attack on Titan, but it has a bit. At least from what I watched. But I didn't watch that much of it. I wasn't a huge Attack on Titan fan. I was just doing 3D animation correctly, really? Yeah, but like, no one does it. Like you would think. At least in like the anime industry, no one really does that. The Fist of the North Star animation doesn't seem to be doing it. From what we've seen of it so far. It just looks not good.
All aircraft return to base. Shut down.
First, I think 3 seasons where Studio Wit the GOAT and used CGI sparingly. Oh. So only like the last season of Attack on Titan uses it a ton? Is what you're saying? So yeah, whatever I watched wouldn't have had it. The Titans were 100% CGI. That's wild. Are you guys? I mean, it is faster. Yeah, they're doing it. Now we're really efficiently grinding. Jesus Christ. Hey, if it works, right? If it works.
Alpha 1, ESM is active.
Not anymore. Question mark? Oh.
Radar lock. Longitude.
Bitch. What?
Target hit. ESM is active.
Oh my god. Damn it. Ugh. Come on. Oh. Well. Most people agree it fell off after spoilers. Oh, Death Note? Yeah, it did. I've seen all of Death Note. It's true. Even I would go a little further and say that like only the first season of Death Note was that good. The second season, even before that spoiler, just was not as good. At least from what dude, it's been so long now since I've seen it. But from what I remember, the second season just wasn't as interesting, like in general. They did the whole thing in one shot? Oh. I think like Netflix or whatever had it separated. into season 1, season 2. And it had multiple openings too. Netflix be doing that? They do it with One Piece? No. One Piece season 1 just ended, you guys. I saw that. I saw that news. I'm not a big anime watcher, but I saw that. That was hilarious. Them being like, yes, One Piece season 1 is coming to a close. Everyone's just like, what? Season what is coming to a close? That was very funny. Tokyo Ghoul season 1 was canon, season 2 wasn't, and season 3 was, but didn't connect with season 2 at all. Was really weird. Wait, what? What is all this? I only watched the first 2 of that, but that was super popular back then, so I did watch it. And I thought season 1 was great, and season 2 was not, so I just stopped watching after season 2. I never even bothered when, like, season 3 and I think 4 came out. I just never even watched it. I thought the first season was really great, though. I liked it. But honestly, I feel like the first season was just one of those where, like, when that wrapped up, like, where it ended at season 1, that could have just been the end. You know, like, I would have been happy just if the story ended there. I would have felt like it was fulfilling enough. Like that could have just been the end point, to be honest. Season 2, especially because it got so whack. Oh, they caught up with the manga after season 1, made up season 2, and then tried to course correct with season 3 back to the manga. Oh, there's the 10th. The 10th one, I took a screenshot by accident. God damn it. You stop that. Oh god. That's the 10th one. Siege battle. We now know exactly where my progress is on everything. Thank god. Thank god. Happens to a good amount of anime. It's why we have 2 Full Metal Alchemists. Oh. Is that why? I didn't know that. Is that what happened with, like, Naruto as well? There are 2 Narutos. I don't know what's up with that. I just know there are 2. You know? In honor of the 10, let's go for a victory lap. Let's do it. Hold on, I didn't even, like, go appreciate my achievement. Beautiful. Just all the rest of the game mode specific ones to go. 3 of each at 30, 50, and 100. Well, it's empty. That's not what happened with Naruto? Oh. Oh, it's an image? Does it only work here? Is that why? Oh, what? How the fuck? How do you do this on Xbox? What the fuck? What do you mean you just sent me a Rick and Morty meme through Xbox Live? Since when is that a thing? What? How? What? Oh, Xbox app? That's crazy, though. That is wild. I didn't know you could do that. That's great. Chat, like stream for more Siege battle. Oh. Dropped my controller and the batteries didn't pop out. So. It's a sign. A sign of good things to come. For the love of God, dislike. I brought the super plane.
I'm about to send you an objective point on radar.
Oh my god, this HUD mode is disgusting.
All planes assume
Or
attack
cockpit
formation.
mode is disgusting. Check this out. Target.
Fired.
Uh-huh. Oops. There we go. Yeah. What?
Enemy down.
Uh-oh. I hit high G, like, out of habit. It's the worst anime you've seen? I don't know. Maybe, like... I really don't know. Sword Art Online? I don't feel like I've seen any anime that's, like, awful, but I also just haven't been a huge anime watcher. Like, historically. So... probably, like, Sword Art Online or something.
Special weapons running low. All special weapons used. Warning, incoming missile. Lock on. Missile struck target. Enemy at 6 o'clock. Careful now, they're tracking.
I haven't watched anime. It's not good, really. Probably about the worst I've seen. If I had to pick something, it's just the first thing that comes to mind.
Box 2. Sam destroyed. Missile was evaded.
High School of the Dead. It's like a George Romero anime. Prison School. Prison School.
We have radar lock on.
That just sounds like my school. My high school I went to. Oh. I missed the first half of that message, actually.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
I see, I see. Horny anime. Ow. Ow. Leave me alone. Doing my thing. Alright? Calm down.
Shut down.
Fine culture, great plot. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Damn. No way. Ooh. I was trying to snipe. You calm down back there. Yeah, I haven't seen much, like, terrible anime. I've seen a fair bit of anime that I just haven't been, like, all that into, and that I just kind of fell away from. But not much that's, like, awful, you know? But I really, when I do watch anime, it's largely off of, like, stuff that just gets really popular or, like, that's recommended to me. I don't really explore all that much. So that's probably part of it, too.
Shut down. You're doing great. Continue on with the mission. Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
There we go. That handles that.
Operation Alpha complete. Enemy forces within Operation Airspace have been eliminated. Nice work. Target coordinates have been sent. This is the last group. Fired. Anti-aircraft gun destroyed. Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
Whoops. High G again. Shit. That sent me flying.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Get out of here. Yeah, I can barely even see that. There we go. I was like, I know this thing goes through walls and such.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread. Almost done here. Stage complete. All
There we
aircraft
go. I got out.
shut down.
I got out.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Enemy
All right,
forces are approaching
here
the
we
city.
go.
Intercept.
Operation Railgun the enemy. Where is the enemy? There. Oh. Time for EML jousting just as Pixie intended. It's true. This is what Pixie intended.
Enemy down.
Aha. Bow, bow, bow. Definitely hit you? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Yes, they are.
Warning, incoming missile. All special weapons used.
Damn.
Lock on. Launch
Huge. I need a refill. One Piece is gonna be so peak. What, the rebooted one?
engage the enemy.
Like the more trimmed down, less filler one that they're doing apparently? The remake? Oh. Maybe I'll get through more than like 60 episodes of it this time. Time will tell. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Shut down.
Damn. The remake, okay.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
That's Yuriko there.
Enemy kill confirmed.
You ever watch Hunter x Hunter? I watched like 3 episodes of it maybe. Way back. I really remember nothing about it, but I know I did watch it, yeah. Like at least something like that. I started it. Kind of generic. Yeah, I remember watching a bit and being like, yeah, I don't know what everyone's talking about. Damn, what? That was crazy.
Shut down.
A favorite of all time.
Alpha 1,
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe someday. It's high G. Yeah, the high G sucks.
fired. Enemy aircraft down.
How dare you? Well, that's not. Oh. Never mind.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
Victory lapped the siege battle. Big
Engage the
11 wins in siege battle. You love to see it. That kill was amazing. Flying like Crimson One out here. All right. You know what I think? I've suffered this much. I can push a little harder. I can push just a bit more. I can do it. I can do it. Want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride? No. We're staying on. Think about it this way. The more progress we make now, the less we have to do this later. If we just do it now, we don't have to do it later. Well, we still do, but we can take off a significant chunk of it now. We already kind of have today. May as well keep it up. He says with 89 to go. Hey, it could have been like 95 to go had we only done one today. Crazy this much grinding was normal in the 360 days. Yeah. It's just shit like this. Like, Gears notoriously has the seriously achievements. Games back then were, like, not expecting you to do the entire achievement grind, but basically, when achievements first came around, a lot of devs were like, we're gonna throw in an achievement that is so ridiculous that if you have it, it's like a badge of honor. You know? And that was more normal back then. Not as many games do it now. But back then, it was pretty normal. Gears was like the shining example of it. You know, Gears 1 started out kind of tame. 10,000 kills in a ranked match. Or not in a match, sorry, in ranked matches. That's what I meant to say. Wasn't that crazy. Gears 2, they were like, all right, fuck it. 100,000 kills across all modes, like campaign, horde, multiplayer. Sort of easier because you could play whatever you wanted. It wasn't just multiplayer. But even then, like 100,000 kills, even while using campaign and horde and all that, was a ton. Like, still, so few people have Gears 2 seriously. Gears 3, they made it absurd. Gears 3 had like these badges in the game that were basically in-game mastery of like every little thing. Like, they had weapon specific ones for multiplayer. They had like horde mode badges that were like how many times you've cleared this map on insane difficulty, stuff like that. And you had to get like the full mastery badge for every single badge in the game, plus like have this much playtime in all modes and all that. And Gears 3's was ridiculous. And then they just kind of kept upping it. Like, Gears 4 is even more ridiculous than 3. Gears 5 is fucking insane. They can be unreasonable at times. That's true. These probably fall into that category. the AC6 achievements we've been doing, probably. But I kind of like it. Just in the sense of, like, people having it being insane, I think is cool. I kind of miss it, kind of don't, you know? To be fair, some achievements that I've done, like, even in the last year, people would maybe put into that category. Like, obviously I'm doing this right now, but we did Big Boss on MGS2, which even that for a lot of people is like an insane achievement that they would never even bother with because it's so hard. It's an exceedingly rare achievement. And like, there are entire multiple hour long YouTube videos explaining how to do it. And like, we did it. I have that. Even that, some people would say, is ridiculous. Like, asks too much of you. Even within the Metal Gear fandom, the Big Boss achievement on MGS2 is just so rare to have. What I will say, though, in regards to, like, if the game doesn't warrant that kind of commitment, I would say that of Ace Combat 6's multiplayer, personally. Like, I would say that this is a solid multiplayer offering, especially compared to most Ace Combat titles, in which the multiplayer offerings normally aren't very good, in my opinion. But these achievements ask you for like 100 hours plus of playtime in the multiplayer to actually achieve all of them. And like, even though I think this is a better AC multiplayer than most, it's a lot of siege battle. I mean, we've been here for like 3 hours grinding this, and I'm still like, all right, 89 more siege battles to go. This game slaps. I played AC4 so much when I was a kid. There we go. Hello, Lacuna. Still not as good as ACX? No, ACX's multiplayer was really good. Honestly, just because the game modes were good. Like, I was surprised. I was very surprised by them having some really wacky stuff, like Capture the Flag, but Ace Combat. It wasn't very good, like, once we got down to grinding it and we started to figure out how you could cheese it and stuff. Like, it wasn't a particularly great Capture the Flag mode, but the fact that they had Capture the Flag, but with fighter jets, was cool. It was fun. And ACX had way more planes and stuff, too, which helped, compared to 6. Four is still my favorite one, though, Lacuna. After doing all of them, 4 is still my favorite one. I might just crash. I got time. I could get the EML. Oh, we're so close to the end, though. I don't need it. I have, like, 3 targets left. Ugh. Shit. Ow. Oh, my God. I made it work. I remember being able to buy the goofy ass Halo helmets for your Xbox avatar. Yes, those were great. I think I had George's from Halo Reach at one point. I don't know. I have to boot up my 360 at some point and like actually go see my Xbox avatar again, because I don't remember what it ended up looking like overall. I know I had some Gears stuff too. What's your 360 profile picture? It's Woods from Black Ops. I have the Woods avatar picture. I had the ODST helmet. Actually, now that you say that, I might have had the ODST helmet. I don't remember what I had. I don't remember what I had. I know it changed so many times, like, over the years. Which is kind of why I can't remember it. Now I have one IRL. I need to get something like that. All I got, it's like fucking Yakuza Ducks and Pepe Chu. And the Yakuza Ducks are great. But I need something crazy like that. Like, they've done the Doom helmets in recent years, too. Was it the Dark Ages that had the wearable Doomslayer helmet? I think that was Dark Ages that they did that for. That was like a year ago. I didn't pay for it, but maybe I should have. Some of these collector's editions I end up regretting not buying, even though they're so ridiculously priced. I still kick myself over the Black Ops 3 Juggernog fridge, the mini fridge. I should have bought that. I should have. Did you get the Save Carmine shirt? I probably do have the Save Carmine shirt, actually. Like, I don't remember specifically, but I bet I have it. Oh my god. Why am I so bad at aiming this in third person? You gotta go through, like, Etsy? Yeah, probably. Because the collector's editions, officially, like, they're great, the quality and stuff, but I'm not paying $200 for Doom. I don't want to do that. That Juggernog mini fridge was so fucking cool. I'll never be over it. I will never be. The fact that they had a fucking Call of Duty mini fridge for the collector's edition, and I just thought, oh, whatever, I don't need it. Should have bought MVC Infinite Collector's Edition. You stop. You stop right now. It was like $70. See, like, that's way more reasonable. Maybe. One of my buddies in high school got into, like, making... what's it? Those helmets himself. I don't know if he ever kept doing it. What even was the MVC Infinite Collectors? I would never. But I don't, like, what was it? I can't remember. Did they do one? They probably did one. Although, maybe not. Capcom normally doesn't go too hard with them. Oh! Dude, talk about one that I'm pissed I didn't get. The RE2 remake one had the keys from the RPD. And I'm still, to this day, I'm like, I should have bought that. Like, especially, I knew that I was a big RE2 fan already. Regardless of the remake, like, I should have gotten those. What was I looking up? Oh yeah, MVC Infinite. Launched with a $200 limited... Oh. It came with like, figures of all the characters that look really bad. And then, yeah, Infinity Stones that genuinely look like Easter eggs. Like, like the kind that you'd paint for Easter. Oh, God. Those are bad. Those are bad. And the marketing compared to the actual... Hold on. I can't even see the game. I've covered up my source projector. Hold on. This is the marketing image on the left compared to the actual product on the right when it came out. That is so rough. That is so bad.
You're leaving combat airspace.
Especially,
Back immediately.
like, MVCI ended up not being that good. I still can't see the game, actually. Okay. I am so glad I did not buy that. I remember being so excited for MVCI too. Fuck that game. Like, it plays well, but everything else about that game was just so, like, cheap and ugh. God damn it, Capcom. That was like a Dark Ages Capcom game that came out after the turnaround. That was a weird one. That was a really weird game. Because, like, it felt like the shit we got from Capcom in, like, the early 2010s, but in, like, 2018 or 19, wasn't it? When was it, actually?
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
2017.
Enemy forces are
Okay.
approaching the city.
A
Intercept.
little later, or sorry, a little earlier than I thought. But, still. The game had no roster. Yeah, the roster sucked. The game played well. It did. It played really well. But everything else, like the roster, the visuals especially, more than anything. Like, the visuals we knew about before the game came out, at least, but that didn't help. I actually like the 2v2 format for MVC, like MVC 1. I had no issue with that personally. I know a lot of people were pissed it wasn't 3v3, but I didn't mind too much. Let's do a team battle. We can change it up a little bit. Team battle 2. Or digital codes for the game. Yeah, all the collector's editions without the games, plural, there we go, have been wild lately. I feel like every time someone sends it to me for just whatever game it is, I'm less and less surprised at this point. Like, one gets sent to me every couple months. I get pinged like, oh my god, look, collector's edition, it's like $200, doesn't even come with the game. I'm just like, at this point, I'm just not surprised. I want that. Call of Duty World at War Canteen. The one you couldn't drink from. So it was just a big pendant. What? It's sealed. You can't drink from it. That's so shit. To be fair, World at War was like, Call of Duty had just blown up. Like, literally the year before had just blown up. And even then, it still wasn't like what it is today. Granted, people talk about COD like it's already dead today, but even at the time that World at War came out, it had less active players than it did like right now with even BO7. So, like, I think COD, and I'm like, oh my god, that should be the collector's, it should be so high budget, but yeah, World at War, it's still, especially, it was a Treyarch game. It was the second Treyarch game after Call of Duty 3. Well, it was the first after COD 3. It was the second for the series, I mean. So, like, Treyarch didn't really have the resources available to them that Infinity Ward did at the time. Infinity Ward kind of was the Call of Duty developer. Like, something that a lot of COD players know and will talk about, but will kind of, I feel like it gets forgotten nowadays, is that back then, Treyarch was kind of making glorified expansions for Call of Duty rather than making like these big mainline titles the way they do now. That didn't really happen until like Black Ops 1. Even World at War is largely just a reskinned Call of Duty 4. Like the way that, you know, MW2 and MW3 and Black Ops 7 came out like in recent years, where they are literally just expansions for the game that came before, and everyone kind of knows it. World at War was that to COD 4. Like, all of the core gameplay, even pretty much all of the perks in multiplayer, just got pulled right over 1-to-1. A lot of the weapons in World at War are actually exact duplicates of weapons from COD 4 in terms of like stats and how they behave and stuff, but they're just reskinned for the World War II setting. It really, like, World at War was a glorified DLC of Call of Duty 4. And back then, people complained about it. Nowadays, everyone is like, oh my god, World at War was such a classic. But it really is just Call of Duty 4. Like, it is. And it was great, because COD 4 was great. But a lot of the time nowadays, people just don't really talk about that. I remember back then, like, people were so excited for MW2 because it was the first, as far as what people said at the time, it was like the actual new COD game after COD 4. World at War, especially on like the multiplayer side of the community, got written off pretty early. The hype for MW2 was insane. Yeah, MW2 was where things blew up for Call of Duty. COD 4 started it. It kind of faltered a bit with World at War in terms of like general gaming community hype, but it was still pretty well liked at the time. But then like MW2 was the crazy explosion. That was wild, dude. And it was great. It was justified. You out, Yuriko? No team battle for you to cleanse the palate? I called out sick from school when MW2 came out. I wish my parents would not have let me. I've talked about, like, once I was old enough in high school, I started calling myself out of school. I'm done. All right. Understandable. I turned my Xbox to Do Not Disturb, and it just turns itself back to pinging me like an hour later. It's wild. Yeah, that was kind of the thing, was Halo 3 came out on top of COD 4, which at the time did kind of hurt COD 4 a bit. Like, people still loved COD 4, but it was very overshadowed by Halo 3. I mean, I still played way more Halo 3 than COD 4. Way more. It's like Halo 3 also, like, COD 4 was so fun. Halo 3 had like actual good competitive scene. Like, if you wanted to get sweaty and play ranked and stuff on Halo 3, it was there. If you wanted to just fuck around with like community made stuff on Halo 3, they had like the Forge and the file browser and everything to do so. Like, custom games in Halo became a thing with Halo 3, right? That was the start of it. Well, I guess kind of. Halo 2, there were some things like Infection, but it was all like... Infection during Halo 2 was kind of funny because like people did run lobbies of Infection in Halo 2. But it was an honor system where one team would just start with like only one guy and he would only be allowed to melee. And then if you died while you were on the survivor team, you had to actually go into the menu and change teams because there just wasn't any like custom game editing in Halo 2 yet. So people were kind of doing it, but there was no way to do it just through the game, like have an actual community content editor like that until Halo 3. And that was a huge deal at the time. Like, that was... No multiplayer games really had stuff like that on console. On PC, you had, like, mods for, you know, Counter-Strike or whatever. Quake. Like, famously, Counter-Strike is a Half-Life mod. That's where it came from. Team Fortress was a Quake mod. That's where Team Fortress was born. But You didn't have stuff like that on console until Halo 3, and that was a huge deal at the time.
Target hit.
It'll take a miracle to get it back on its feet. What it takes for Halo to get back on its feet at this point is Microsoft having a big turnaround on how they manage their gaming properties. Genuinely, like,
Box 2.
spicy take time, right? I think 343 largely, not in everything they've done, but largely over the like decade plus that they have handled Halo, 343 has done a pretty damn good job within the circumstances they've been provided. But notoriously, around the time that 343 came in, Microsoft kind of lost their ability to actually handle their first party properties like that, right?
Radar lock on.
They just, their leadership changes really fucked things over at like high level Microsoft corporate. And we still haven't seen a turnaround from it. Xbox used to have a lot of first party stuff that was killer back in the day.
Missile launch.
Like they had a bunch of different franchises, all of them had great games. I could go on, but like point being, Microsoft first party stuff used to be huge. At the end of the 360 going into the Xbox One though, that fell off. And we know now that it's because of how Microsoft has handled the properties. But like all things considered, 343 has had some pretty big missteps. But I mean, the first thing they did when they came in was Reach's title update. And I know I've talked a lot about Halo Reach multiplayer.
Alpha 1.
I've never been a big Reach multiplayer guy, but to be fair, I was sweaty as fuck back in the day. I was like a competitive kid on Halo, right? So of course I didn't like Reach in the state that it launched in. 343 did that huge title update patch that even though I still don't think Reach's multiplayer is all that great, like post title update, it is so much better than what it was when the game first came out. Because of all of the balance changes and the updating that 343 did when they first took over, like Reach in its current state, multiplayer wise, if you only ever played it like post 2010, or you only ever played it on like Master Chief Collection or whatever, you have not played Bungie's Halo Reach multiplayer. You've played 343's Halo Reach multiplayer. Like they genuinely came in and rebalanced everything. Like the whole game got redone in terms of the multiplayer after 343 took over. 343 was a branch of Bungie? No. It was a studio that was founded for the purpose of taking over Halo after Bungie left. Left Microsoft, that is. Halo 4 campaign? Solid. Not my favorite, but pretty good, I would say. I didn't like it when it first came out, but replaying it over the years, it has grown on me. Halo 4 multiplayer was a disaster. Could be fun with friends and all that, but like, ooh. Halo 5 campaign? That shit sucked. That was just a misstep.
Destroyed.
That was just straight up, I don't know what they were cooking. I do not know what they were cooking.
ESM is active.
Halo 5 multiplayer? That shit was good. Competitively, casually, community-wise, Halo 5 multiplayer was great. It always was from day one, too. Like, it came out, and it was just, that multiplayer was really, really fun. Incredibly fun. I wish I played it more when it first came out, because about 3 weeks or so, if I remember right, after Halo 5 released, Black Ops 3 released, and everyone knows I'm a zombies guy. Like, that's basically my link to COD is zombies. The multiplayer I enjoy, but like, campaign, play it once, whatever. Zombies is my link, and everyone nowadays largely knows, like, Black Ops 3 Zombies. That was the one. And, like, I was already huge into zombies with Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, whatever. But, man, when Black Ops 3 came out, I shit you not, like, basically all of 2016 and even a lot of 2017, I was just playing Black Ops 3 Zombies. Like, that was basically all I played for, like, 2 years. It was just so unreal. Especially, like, mid-2017, they launched a DLC 5. The first and still only time COD ever got a DLC 5 was Black Ops 3. And it was a 8-map zombie DLC, zombies exclusive DLC. Like, I was about to, you know, maybe not play it as much because I had kind of run the course with the base game offering, but then they dropped that. And, like, yeah, I was back. So, like, looking back, I wish I played a little more Halo 5 in terms of multiplayer while it was current. Because, like, the competitive play was amazing. Warzone wasn't really my thing, but, like, in terms of casual play, it was very, very fun with friends. And then the custom games in Halo 5 were unreal. Halo 5 was, like, at the time, like, while Halo 5 was the main game, that was the peak of Halo custom games. That was when they were cooking the community, I mean. Where's my text-to-speech? Hello? That was when they were cooking harder than ever. Halo 5 custom games were so good. No TTS. No, I think my TTS just broke. But thank you for the 69 bits, Yuriko. I miss Halo 5, though. Like, I wish I played it more while it was current. Because, like, nowadays, it's only on Xbox. Even if you do boot it up on Xbox, there's not many people still playing it. But Halo 5 multiplayer was great. It just, like, I got stolen away by Black Ops 3, basically.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
Were it not for BO3 Zombies being so fucking good,
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
I would have played a lot more Halo 5. And no, Halo 4 was the codified one with, like, the loadouts and level unlocks and everything. That was Halo 4. I'm gonna head out. That's all right. That's the end of stream about anyway. We have gotten up to 12.91%, chat. We are. Halo 5 PC port, please. I wish they did port it to PC. Just, A, like, it would revive it for a little bit. But B, just to have the whole series available on PC would be great. Even if it's Halo 5, I'm not going to replay it that much. But, like, I hate having one Halo game that is not on PC. Like, just the one. When False and I were playing through all of them, and we had to go through Xbox and, like, buy Xbox Live and set up her capture card for the first time in fucking forever and everything. It was such a pain just to play Halo 5. Worth it. But it sucks that just, like, the middle game of the 343 trilogy, just not on PC. Yeah, both Halo Wars are on PC. Just, yeah. Anyway, it is about that time. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff, like Resident Evil, Metal Gear, Yakuza. Come back for any of it. It's all good stuff. I swear. Also, if you enjoyed and you haven't done so already, feel free to leave a like on the YouTube side if you haven't already. It helps out with algorithm and all that, so I appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below on YouTube, or if you're
I
on
would
Twitch,
stick for a minute.
they're on the channel page. They're in chat commands. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Those are all there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.